Let's be honest. Every few months, finance has a new next big thing. A few years ago, it was CFA, then FRM, and now suddenly everybody is talking about CAIA. You have heard probably and seen it everywhere. The future is alternative investment. Break into private equity, CFA is slightly saturated, CAI is the next move. Sounds exciting, right? But here's the real question. Is CAIA actually a smart career move in India in 2026? Or is it just another trend that sounds better on LinkedIn rather than in real life? In this video, I'm going to break down this properly from basics to reality so you can make a very clear and informed decision. Let's start with the basics. When most people think about investing, they think about stocks and bonds. But large investors like institutional funds and high net worth individuals do more than that. They invest in private companies, startups, real estate projects, infrastructure projects, commodities, and even structured financial products. All of this come under one category called as alternative investments. Alternative simply means anything outside traditional market. And this is where serious money is actually moving globally. And now, where does CAIA fits in? CAIA stands for Chartered Alternative Investment Analyst. It is the global certification exclusively focusing on alternative investment, and it comes with two levels of exam structure. Level 1 focuses on building your understanding about the alternative asset, tool, and even core concepts. Level 2 goes more in detail into portfolio management strategy and real world application, which tells you something very, very important, that this certification is not trying to teach you finance from zero. It assumes that you already have some basic understanding about finance, and then you're trying to build deeper expertise into areas like private equity, venture capital, hedge funds, and real asset. So think of it like this. This is not your starting point. This is your specialization layer. Now let's talk about the hype. And to be fair, this is not completely wrong. India's alternative space is actually growing rapidly. We are seeing more and more private equity funds, venture capital funds, real estate and investment vehicles, and even structured investment products, alternative funds growing in the market. That means there is more capital, more activity, and more complexity than before, which means there is a real demand for people who understand this space. And here's where the gap begins. Growth in the industry does not automatically means easy entry for any candidate. And that is where the expectation starts breaking. One of the important misconceptions is this: CAIA can replace CFA. Reality, it cannot. In India, broad finance knowledge is still the foundation. So if you go into the market with only CAIA and no strong base, you are not seen as a specialized. You are still slightly incomplete because firms first look for fundamentals, then they value specialization. So CAIA is not competing with general finance certification. It is built on top of them. Think of it like as an upgrade, not an entry ticket. Now let us talk about finance roles, because this is where most people get influenced by unrealistic expectation. Many people imagine that they will do CAIA and directly get into a high paying investment role, but the actual opportunity in India is slightly more structured. Typical role include investment research in alternative funds, or a portfolio analysis, or some due diligence role, or a valuation role, or a risk role, or something on product team. But where are these roles? Mostly in asset management companies, specialized investment firms, and global financial institutions which are operating in India. A large portion of hiring is still happening through global firms managing their international portfolio from India. So yes, opportunity is there, but no, you're not going to become a fund manager overnight. Now let's address this very important topic. What is that? Salary. You may have seen very high salary claims, but let us look at this practically. At an entry level, just clearing one level of CAIA will not dramatically change your compensation. For professionals already working in the relevant role, it can lead to a slightly better positioning and meaningful salary growth also over a period of time. But as you move to the senior level, that's where the deal or experience compensation becomes very, very significant. And here's the key takeaway: the certification does not drive the salary. Your role, your experience, your exposure, and your skill matters much more. Certification is actually giving you a strength to get into those profiles. Also, consider the cost. CAIA requires a significant financial investment, so the return depends on how well it aligns with the career path. Now, let us understand where this certification truly fits. Some finance qualifications are very broad, but some focus deeply on risk. CAIA is slightly different. It is narrow but very deep. It focuses only on alternative investment, That makes it a very powerful and only in the right context. Many professionals today are combining a strong finance base with this specialization. This combination is becoming increasingly valuable in the industry. Friends, one more question that comes to my mind: who should do it? So let's make this practical. You should consider CAIA if you're already in finance or doing a job. You want to move into, say, private equity, venture capital, or real estate, or you're targeting some specialized role into alternative investment, then CAIA is very good choice, because in these cases the knowledge directly supports your career aspiration. You should be cautious if you're a fresher with no clear direction, you're expecting quick salary jump, or you're using it as a shortcut into finance, then CAIA is not for you, because it does not work in that way. So what is the reality? See, CAIA as a certification is definitely valued, but it's a very specialized certification. It is relevant in a growing segment within the finance industry, and yes, it can strengthen your profile if you use it correctly. So what is the hype? It is not a shortcut to high paying role. It is not widely applicable across all finance career. It does not replace experience or strong fundamentals. So before you decide, ask yourself this very simple question: do you want to build a career especially in the alternative industry? If the answer is yes, then this can be a very strategic move. If not, focus on building a strong foundation first, because in finance, certification can support your journey, but you cannot replace the skill set. If this helps you understand the topic clearly, and if you have liked all our videos, do share this video with your friend and follow us for more clarity driven content. Confused about CAIA, ACCA, CFA or FRM? This is something we will break down in the next video. See you in the next video.